Hi everyone, my name is Uchechi Ubona and I'm here to tell you stories. In this series, I'll be telling you different African stories and we will draw out business lessons from that. These business lessons I have called the Firestarters. Now let's get right into it. Our story today is about the tortoise and his pot of wisdom. Now, the tortoise in the African animal kingdom is reputed for his wisdom, just being clever, or at least he thinks that much of himself. Until on this day, he thought it would be a great idea if he remained the wisest animal in the world, or rather, for want of a better word, maybe say, immortalize himself as the wisest animal in the world. And he thought, what's the best way to make this happen? Let's see. Yeah, I got it. I will go around the world and I will collect the world's wisdom and put it in this pot of mine and hold it to myself. And that way, nobody's wisdom or no animal's wisdom will ever beat mine. Smart thinking. Or at least, to the tortoise's credit, yeah, that was smart thinking. And so he embarks on this journey. Now, the story goes that the tortoise succeeded in that quest. I don't know how he did it, but somehow he managed to put the world's wisdom in his pots. Satisfied that he has gotten everything into his pot, he made his way back home with his cherished pot of wisdom. And when he got home, because he's very clever, he did know that he might be the wisest, or at least he might think that he's the wisest, but he certainly is not the strongest animal. That means that there is the possibility that the stronger animal will probably take that pot of wisdom from him, and then he won't be the smartest anymore. But think it again. Only that the tortoise is a land animal, right? So he lives in the water and he lives in the land. He does not live in the sky and he doesn't fly. But he thought, from his point of view, that if he kept this pot up in the sky, maybe hanging on a tree or something, it would be out of reach from at least the strongest animals. Never minding the birds can fly that could take it and just fly away. And so he thought the best way would be to hang this pot on the tallest tree in the forest. Pot in front, strapped in front of him, Tortoise tries to make his way up the tree. He starts his journey but keeps crashing down right after. He goes again, crash lands again. Another time, the same thing. Now, a snail minded its business, just walking slowly and steadily across. Starts to watch the tortoise, like, what's going on here? What's the tortoise trying to do? It didn't take it long for the snail to figure out, oh, really? Okay, let's go to have a chat. And then the snail walks up to the tortoise and said, my friend, what are you trying to do here? The tortoise said, well, I want to get this pot up the tree, but I'm struggling. And it still, said to him, that's very easy. Just hang the pot behind your back and then it will be, easier for you to climb the tree. And then the tortoise said, really? Oh, never thought of that. He strung the pot behind him and made his way up to the tree, and the snail walked away. Now, when he was up the tree, that's when it dawned on the tortoise that he didn't think about this solution. Was he really the smartest animal or the wisest animal? Did he really have the world's wisdom in the pot? Could he actually immortalize himself as the wisest animal in the kingdom? Questions. And then it dawned on him that he couldn't hide the wisdom of the world in a pot. And so he let go of the pot from the top of the tree. The pot crash lands and the wisdom of the world dispersed back to the original owners where the tortoise got them from. There's an African saying that says, The tortoise might think he's wise, but the snail is wiser than the tortoise. And that is where the story came from.
Now let's get into the fire starters.
It was futility in thinking and action for the tortoise to believe that he could monopolize wisdom or knowledge and thinking that that will even make him superior. Now, knowledge and even knowing anything makes you superior than the person that doesn't know anything. But nobody knows everything and nobody has the ability to know everything. And so it was futility in thinking for the tortoise to embark on that quest to acquire the world's knowledge and put it to the wisdom all to himself. Hoarding information stifles creativity and innovation. Number 2, true leadership is not about being the smartest in the room. The tortoise's desire to be the smartest person was a reflection of core leadership traits. A true leader empowers others, harnesses the strengths of the people in their team to encourage innovation and creativity. Number 3, the snail in the animal kingdom is a seemingly insignificant animal that is often overlooked. But in this story, this snail offers a crucial insight that helped the tortoise navigate something that was very important to it. What this tells us is that information can come from anyone that could help us achieve what we need to achieve. We need to value diverse perspectives. We need to understand that great ideas can come from anyone. And it may not even be a great idea per se. It could just be something that someone says that gets us thinking in a certain direction. And that brings the solution that we desire. And I'll end this segment of the fire starters with this fire starter. Wisdom and innovation thrive in an open system. If you want to cultivate a culture that encourages people to bring their best selves to work, you need to encourage experimentation and decentralized decision making. What this means is that everyone can come to work as their authentic selves and bring in their skills, their competencies, and what they are very good at, their expertise, in order to ensure that the company's goals are met. That's it for us today in Folktales and Firestarters. I hope that you have learned something, or at least a fire has been started, that you can go back and think about it. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye.